and welcome to this episode of the Work in Progress podcast. I am your host, Colleta Macharia, and I am a life coach and author of the book, How to Design Your Career Game Plan. Now, one of the timeless pieces of wisdom that I find really insightful is this poem called Desiderata by Max Ehrmann. Max Ehrmann was a poet and scholar who started off as a lawyer and then after a while went to work in his family's business. After 10 years in the business world, Ehrmann decided to leave and pursue something else that he really enjoyed. And that was devoting his time to literary work. Toward the end of his life, he was interviewed by a writer, and this is what he said to him. At DuPont, I contracted a disease that I have never shaken off. The disease was idealism. I took it to Harvard with me, where I studied philosophy. Because of it, I did the thing in life that I wanted to do, writing. As I conclude this series on nurturing the whole person, I would like to quote a couple of sentences from Max Ehrmann's poem Desiderata, and that will help me to tie together nurturing ourselves with talking about heat experiences. The lines in Desiderata go like this. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. I talked about heat experiences in the last episode, and these come in different ways. Nick Petrie, a leadership development guru, says that heat is one of 3 ingredients of vertical leadership development. The other 2 ingredients are colliding perspectives and elevated sense-making. A heat experience is a situation that is challenging and is not familiar to us, or we are not familiar with, and we cannot solve it, or we cannot overcome that challenge using methods that we know or that have worked for us before. So it calls for a shift or a change in our mindset, a change in our mental models, and looking at things with a different lens or seeing things from a different perspective than we have seen in the past. And as I say this about different perspectives and seeing things in a different way, the saying, necessity is the mother of invention, comes to mind. It is in embracing and incorporating these new perspectives and new ways of thinking into our way of thinking that our worldview expands. And in the process, as we make sense of this, perhaps with the help of a coach or some other type of guide, then we are able to increase our capacity to do more. So in developing your career game plan, look out for experiences that were probably unfamiliar to you, that they came to you and challenged the way you thought, challenged the way you did things, and reflect on them and ask yourself whether you experienced elevated sense-making, or whether you went through a time of reflection that helped you to see this in a different way and embrace a new way of doing things. Because in life, it's not a question of whether we are going to have heat experiences. It is a question of when. And so when these come, they need to find us ready. And the only way that we can be ready is to embrace this whole idea of nurturing ourselves, nurturing our spirits and souls, our minds, our bodies, our technical knowledge, and build our skills so that when the heat experiences come, they will have the right effect on us and increase our capacity to do more. Being fit for purpose is timeless, and we need to have strength from the inside so that we can overcome whatever challenges come our way, and so that we can make the impact that we are supposed to make. Have a wonderful week, stay strong, keep shining, and see you in the next episode. The Work in Progress podcast is brought to you by Cogent Afrique. Visit www.cogentafrique.com to check out learning and development opportunities for you, your team, organization, and family.